her husband is doing quite well. So
Why does
what's
she
the reason for
yeah,
her to work and leave her child? But then all boils down to a thing, how you perceive it, on your mental strength, how you perceive, how you take on those comments. I was confident, like, what I wanted, and I was confident, like, I can balance that. So I feel, when somebody criticizes you, it's better to that you believe in yourself, and you uh, pursue what you believe in, and definitely something positive definitely will come out from that. And as it says, if someone is trying to pull you down, it's it actually means that you are already above them.
Yes, it's an indicator that,
yeah, so you are already above them, so that's what, so I feel that it's all how you perceive and how you see those challenges for yourself. There was a recent survey which was conducted by CNBC, I guess. More than 50% of the women, they said that, we are ready to have a family and a career at the same time.
Yes.
So women are ready to take on the world.
It's the society.
Yeah. So is it whether the world or the society is ready to actually give them that space, or accept that? Yeah, especially after this COVID era, But there was another, again, analysis where, they say that women are actually under severe stress, or that mental pressure.
It's a UN study.
Yes, and even the sleep, they deprived of sleep because of these society pressures. More than 2/3 of the women, they are saying, are thinking of quitting a job. And there are increasing women, they are thinking not to have the children at all. Because, because of this pressure to balance the work and the family life and all. So I feel, it is more of a coordinated efforts which is required. The situation is far much better now, than it was, 20, 25 or 30 years back, what it was. It is far better now, but I still, much more still can be done to, to make it more. If you want the woman to really flourish or give their 100% and achieve their potential, still more can be done from all the fronts, at the household, at the society level, and at the organization level. The husbands, I was fortunate to have my in-laws, or the husband who always supported me. They can support with your household things, they can support with your child. And society can also be little more fair, I feel, and bit more considerate, bit more, gentle with the woman, rather than being too much of judgmental, the way, they say why and how and why, where.
I think that's here to stay, that one bit, or the percentage might go down.
Yes.
But as you rightly said, it's much better than 20 years ago, or 15 years ago, or even a decade ago. But still, I think that would be there, be it anywhere, isn't it?
And I think it is getting better now, but maybe more can be done. Even at the organization, I feel like, if there can be much more flexibility which can be given to the woman, like gender, there can be this gender bias thing which is there, or the career opportunities. And, especially I have seen, please don't penalize the parenthood. Or please don't penalize the womanhood, as they say. So that I have seen in many organizations. When it comes the time to a layoff, because there you have excess workforce, the majority of the workforce which is laid off is women. Because they say, the women, maybe now she's going to be a mom, so maybe she will take that 2 hours of leave, or maybe she may not able to give that 100%. She will want to rush home. So so maybe as the organization can think of not being penalized, giving that same opportunities and not asking the question it was asked to me.
Yeah, it's a collective effort at the end of the day.
So that's what I feel, then hopefully that would give the woman
your talk just reminded me of one of my another esteemed colleague in Bahrain, a Bahraini doctor. She was talking to me on breastfeeding month, August, we just finished. So on that context, she was telling, like, everybody accepts the need for breastfeeding, and you give 2 hours off for the mother to breastfeed, and we encourage everything. But then it's not just breastfeeding, there is a lot of emotional, physical, moral support to be given to the mother. The mother who's tired, the mother who's feeding. So all this, I was just running a parallel to what you said. It's a collective effort. It's not like you're doing a favor to a woman, isn't it, by giving?
So it's just being, being considering that, that that is what is required to be done. It's not like you are doing something, as you said, you are doing some favor for letting her go. Because I remember when I delivered and my son, I had that 2 hours, or that time it was I think 1 hour, way back in 2010. Later it was even the leave and even the number of days of leave also from 45 to 60. So so when I asked for it, I was said either you can come late in the morning or go home early in the evening. And I said, what about feeding my son during that day? So I had so this kind of
by granting that, they would be granting you some big favor.
Big favor. So like they are like, yeah, you come late or you go early. So that's as if they are doing something which and I had faced that. So maybe that is what like you have in US and all, have that maternity leave of 6 months. You have even some of the companies have the child care, in the facilities in their company. So maybe that needs to be more now, more of the organization needs to take that up and do it. So collectively, everybody needs to.
We are slowly reaching there. If not a chartered accountant, what would you have been?
I would have been into dancing, as I said,
That you didn't say that. We are yet to say that.
Yes, but like that was one of my passion. One of the.
I think you're a trained Kathak dancer. Right?
I have done it for more than a decade, around 10-12 years. I have learned dancing. I have represented school on many of the shows. I have almost covered a lot of stages in Mumbai, where I have danced and represented school in this inter-school competition or that. But then it came, as I said, then it came that 10th grade, or where you have to, where you have to take that, that decision where you want to be. So there was one girl who we used to go together, represent the schools and all. So she took up that dancing as her career, and I took CA as my
career.
So but now she has her own dance academy. She has, and she deals with Padma Vibhushan and all. So whenever I comment on her things, she says, Sharmila, we would have done this together. So maybe if not here, I would have been there. But anyway, no regrets, because this was something which I was grown with, that I wanted to be there. So that's, I guess, no regrets on that.
Okay. That was CA Sharmila Shet sharing us with some very special and intimate views on womanhood and the respect that the society needs to, or yet to. We are slowly, as I said, inching there this evening on Success Statements from BMC Global Life. Let's take a short break.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 38 85 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. IMAC, Cochin Kala Bhavan.
Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global, and tonight with me is CA Sharmila Shet. Sharmila, tell us something about your family. You did mention about your son, about your husband. Tell us a little more about them.
Yeah, my son and husband, I guess I spoke. I'll try.
What's your husband's name?
My husband's name is Prashant Gandhi, and he works with Bahrain Precast here as the head of their IT department.
Ah, yeah, you told.
So, yeah. And I have a 11 years old son who is studying in the Indian curriculum with the New Millennium School.
What's his name?
Ishan Gandhi.
Okay.
Ishan Gandhi. So, yeah, my son, as I say always, if somebody asks me only one son, I say, it's 1 is equal to 5. So that kind of personality he is. So, always demanding, always, So,
he can be, because you yourself said you didn't give him when he needed, isn't it?
but he's in 6th grade now, so let's see how he takes it up.
Sure,
He's young to still decide on that. Other than my husband and one, from my, I want to say from my family, from my marriage, it's me, my dad, my mother, and we 2 sisters. So it's what was a small family, a middle class, typical middle class family, as you say.
You're from Bombay, right?
Bombay, yes. So it's like a typical middle class family where the focus or more focus was always on the studies and the education kind of thing. As I said, I was always very good with the academics, so much so that, I was always being compared, like my sister who was there in the same school where I studied, she was always being compared, that look at your sister, because she was the kind of average. So, but so much so that, she promised to herself, I will not study in the same school or the college, going forward.
Younger to you?
Yes, 2 years younger to me.
Okay.
So, I'll not go to the college where I am there, because so for that fear of being comparison all the time, but and yes, away from my shadows probably, or away from that comparison thing, she flourished. She went on to become, she did her cost accountant. That's another like a chartered accountant. So she did a cost accountant. She did her LLB. SAP certified she is, and now she's one of the youngest deputy general manager for the state electricity board now. So back home in Bombay. So she's the youngest deputy general, and even the woman. So as I say, you can take your life from anywhere you want.
Yes.
She was so average in the school, like the teacher is to always tell what you are going to do. And my mom is to feel how I can even get her married, she has to clear her 10th, kind of. But then yes, she flourished, and
What's her name?
Leena Shet. So she's married with a son in India. And other than my sister, my dad, as I said, he's a chartered accountant, a very, very simple man, very, he's 70 years old already now. He's having his own practice. But even at this age, the amount of energy or the enthusiasm or that thing to learn and keep himself updated is so much that it can give actually some run for a younger generation like us, Just to give an example, like this during this COVID, though he was having his own practice and he was working there, he actually took 40 certifications at this age, So it's like so inspiring. He was even honored with that chapter in the city, in the Mumbai. So, that kind of like he gets up at 5, still reads for 2 hours, at this age to keep himself updated. He don't much believe, as you say, in prayers or thing. He's not atheist as such, but he believes that, you work hard, you be honest when you are in your work, or, do what you're supposed to do, help those in need. And that's what is your service to the God, So that kind of a simple man he is. And
your mom?
My mom, she's MA in economics. She's also MA in economics. Even my mom, she could have been in some good position now, had she been working. It's not because that she's of that traditional view, which our traditional view gives us that, you need to segregate between that the men and the women, that the men are more of that hunter-gatherers or who gathers the food or earn for the family. And mothers are the one who are nurturer or the caretaker. She's not so much of that that thing, but maybe by her choice, she decided to be a homemaker. To raise both our kids, to give us a good future or educate us or bring up us as a good human being.
Good.
So she is basically my, as I can say, you know, my strength or my pillar, you know, was always there to whenever I am stuck. Even today when I called her, you know, I'm a bit nervous, and she is the one who will keep, you know, saying. So that kind, so that's.
So do you take to dancing during your free time? Do you do that now?
Not really. Yes, whenever I get, like now the Navratra will come, I'll definitely get that, you know, I'll take that chance to go up on the floor. And I did hear a couple of, you know, if you know, there is a here, the Sari Speak group kind of thing, you know. So we did some dance performances for them, you know. So I have done couple, but not really taken it up much after working and doing so many other things. So not taken up, but yeah, surely now that I'm at home and trying to do something, I'll definitely try to do that more now.
I think you're also into gardening and.
Yeah, I like that. The gardening or home decor is more kind of a stress buster for me.
Okay.
You can, as you can say, you know, some few plants putting here and there, you know, it relieves me of if I'm stressed or attention.
Okay.
You know, it gives me even the home decor, you know, like I'm not, if I go to a place, I'm not much into shopping for the clothes or for the food. I like to collect those small souvenirs, you know, for the house or put it in the, you know, so that's the home decoration or something which is stress buster, you know. Few things move from here to there, you know, I keep moving, I keep doing that. So that gives me some happiness when I see that it's nice, you know, it looks, so that gives me, so that's one of my passion also, you know, like one of where I engage myself in the free time.
Right. Before we sum up a beautiful evening's chat, I want you to tell me about two things. One is, I know you're a very socially committed person and you believe in instilling that and giving back to the society. And you're also a woman chartered accountant who, with a lot of tips that you shared while the chat, will have much to tell the upcoming or aspiring women, younger chartered accountants. So tell me about these two aspects, Sharmila, before we close.
Yeah, the tip for the younger chartered, the women chartered accountants especially, or the aspiring ones, you know, what I'll say is that, you know, don't compare yourself with anybody, you know, and trust yourself and trust that uniqueness which everyone has. You know, if you keep comparing yourself with how much she progresses, where she, like, that can be much more, you know, you will end up into depression or end up into things. So what I would say that you take up your you know, a passion, or you take up your own challenge and pursue it. Just work hard towards that passion, work hard, be committed, and don't let anybody else, you know, don't let others define your potential, you know, or let not this gender norms or the societal pressures which are there, this bring down your growth. So that's what, you know, I would say, you know, don't be afraid to take on any challenge. Don't avoid it like whether I can do it up because I have a family to handle. So which I feel to some extent I did, you know. So I would advise that. So so don't afraid to take on, or don't afraid to take up the new challenges. And the main thing is that be yourself. And but at the same time, I would also say, you know, like don't try to be perfectionist for everything. You know, don't you know, don't try to, as you know, Indra Nui, she has said, you know, like don't try to be like having that you want it all. You know, don't try to be a perfect wife, a perfect woman, a perfect mother, a perfect you know, a social person. I feel like, you know, you can. It's okay.
It's all about a balance, right?
Yeah, it's okay that, you know, you have that support system around. It's okay to have your family members or your husband helping you out. It's okay to get a house help, and it's okay that, you know, you miss out on some evenings. So just don't let that pressure, or, you know, don't let that thing take you down. So that's what is my advice to the younger generation.
Yeah.
And
I asked you about the giving back aspect because
yes.
you referred to it a couple of times.
Yes, even when I joined ICAI, you know, that was main objective behind that was, you know, giving back to the society, because CA has given us a lot, a profession, not only my day's job, it also has given a lot of respect. Whenever you say you are a chartered accountant, you actually command a lot of respect. People actually look up to you. So that is what the profession has given you. So that is what I always feel, that you should give it back to the society. And even on the what you say, not on the BCSI level, on the personal level also, I keep doing. I don't do it on the grand scale or talk about it much, but I do it in the smaller ways, wherever I can. Whenever I get the opportunity to do a social work or help out somebody, I do that. Like in post-COVID era, we used to go to my husband's, like the company, factory premises, in the labor camps, to distribute on a weekly basis, to juices or the food packets you can do, or even we sponsor a girl child education in India. I always wanted to have a daughter, so now that I don't have it, I sponsor a girl child. Like we pay for the fees and other substances for that. So I keep doing. Even I'm trying to do that now with my son as well. Now that he is 11 already, he's 10 last year. So with that double digit, I said that it comes with the double responsibilities. So with that, I started with him as well. Like last year, on his birthday, whatever gifts he got or whatever was there, amount equivalent to half of that, we went to the orphanage here, Al Sanabel orphanage, and we gave that, we donated some gifts, some books and all to the kids there. It's I feel it's very important that this sense of social responsibilities has to be instilled or imbibed in the kids at a young age. They should know. Staying, especially in this part of the world, they are very privileged. They feel that they have everything at a go. They ask and it's there. And every parent being, having, most of them a single child and all, they say if we can, why not?
Yeah.
So they are very privileged. So it's they actually need to know that there are really some very underprivileged, or the people who are even struggling to have their basic necessities. That probably can make them a good individual or a human being when they grow, because now the way you hear the things happening, maybe when they grow up they can come in a situation where they fall into a bad company or a bad thing. Maybe this moral grounding, I feel, will help them to stay grounded or to not to get into that. So I feel that that's important for them. So I'll definitely, like, going forward, I'll try to take it up more.
That's
more
a
on
beautiful
that.
message, yeah.
Yes.
It was a very nice evening chat, Sharmila. I really enjoyed. Can I have your final comments, please?
Final comments, as I said, life is very short, so there is no point on cribbing over, like, even I have a lot of things, I think, like, had I done this, I would have been in this position, or have I done, but then there is no, I have realized one thing, there is no point in regretting or repenting on, what we have not done. We all make mistakes, we take that missteps and we fail, but that's all I think is a human nature, or maybe a part of discovering ourselves, who we are or where we want to be. So I feel like it's the main important thing is that you have taken the decision, you be responsible for it, be accountable, and just work hard, give your 100% in whatever you do, and definitely there will be success. As we say, that hard work cannot guarantee you success, but there is no success without hard work.
Yeah.
So as they say, like in that, I guess in Dil Chahta Hai, there was no, not the other movie of Amir Khan, where it says, go for excellence, success to aayega, it will come with that.
Yeah.
So just give your 100% in whatever you do, and most importantly, be happy where you are and be proud of what you are. Never, no regrets whatsoever.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for taking your time, and on behalf of BMC, I thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Raji. You guys are really doing great work. Having us here and giving us that opportunity or the dais to share our thoughts on the different topics. And yeah, the BCSI at BMC team, I mean, is doing a great job. Connecting people and having them over and giving them opportunities. So I would really like to appreciate all that efforts you people are taking. And I would really like to thank once again Mr. Francis, the chairperson and the managing director of Bahrain Media City, and especially you for having me over here. And I must say that you have been really very beautifully doing and a very good anchor. So I was being more comfortable being here. So thanks once again for that, and all the best for your future plans. All.
Thank you, Sharmila. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me here.
For the evening. Thank you. That was the to-be ever woman chairperson of Bahrain chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India with us on Success Statement, People Who Make a Difference from BMC Global this evening. A socially committed human being, a woman so passionate about her profession, Sharmila Shet. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Rajiv Unikrishnan signing off. Good night.
വിഷമിക്കണ്ട, എല്ലാം ശരിയാവും. ലുലു മണി, സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
NEC Remit. Send money online to India. Credit in seconds with great rates. Download NEC Remit app now.